Alright, we have a game between Hyper and 0iqTankSpammer here. Hyper playing in his usual electric green versus 0iq up here in his azure blue. We have Hyper playing Psycore and 0iq playing his main, which is USA. Let's just speed this up here and see how this game starts to develop. Very standard so far for both players. Hyper pretty late on his refinery, little mistake there. Let's see how these build orders play out. Okay, 0iq doing 2 ref into War Factory, pretty standard. Hyper, same thing. Hyper with good positioning here to scout early aggression. Same from 0iq. Both players going for a 3rd refinery in the main. Playing a more conservative eco game. Nothing in this BTR, Hyper just doing some scouting. Of course, there's always the threat that there is something in the BTR, so 0iq is going to probably pull some stuff back to handle this. BTR, good way to provide both scouting and pressure even when it's empty. So Hyper picking up that 3rd rocket there, paying for that BTR, getting some pretty good scouting information there. And Hyper going to lose this oil in return. Okay. 0iq. Double barracks in the main. 5 harvesters. Hyper currently only on 3, but moved out sooner, so he's going to get this expansion up soon. His placement here is interesting. 0iq is famously a split attacker, split pusher, and harvester harasser. So Hyper's kind of done this conservative expand here to kind of keep his core all in one place, so that whenever 0iq does the harassment that he's known for, Hyper doesn't have to spread his forces out so far to defend. So I kind of like that move. 0iq with a lot of production here, though. Floating a lot of money still. He must have had dark queues on one or both of these buildings at some point. Okay, and there goes 0iq, positioning for a little flank maybe here. Now what I'd like to see from 0iq here, he's started with 2 harvesters, gives him a very good economic start. But with both these trees mined out, I'd like to see 3 of these moved over to the new expansion here. Let's see if he does that. Okay, 0iq positioning for a harass here. I don't think he sees that Tesla coil. Okay, now he knows it's there. And now Hyper knows that he's there. Okay, and another little flank coming in here from the side, so he's going to split Hyper's forces up. He's going to keep also Hyper in his base and keep Hyper from harassing him by doing this. And let's see if he can get some value here. Losing this for a harvester would probably be worth it. Looks like Hyper's caught in here. Oh, and there's the T-coil coming down. So that's going to be a little bit of a costly harass there. Not really getting anything out of that. He's got Hyper up here respawning though, so let's see if he can grab a harvester out of this. If Hyper's quick enough, this harvester can easily get out of here. And yeah, Hyper's seen it. He's been made. 0iq opted to move back and preserve those forces. Gatling BTR upgrade coming. 0iq opting to go to tier 3 on his first expansion. Just now moving one harvester. I really would like to see... Okay, so there's another one. Really, I'd like to see another one, but this isn't the worst. Airfield up with a scouting yak coming for Hyper. Curious to see what 0iq will do with his tier 3. Should make his commando pretty much right away. Skirmish here. I think 0iq has the advantage here, probably even with this yak. Lots of rockets to scare that off. Ooh, big V2 hit. Okay. Ooh, look at this. Did 0iq see that? Did he see that? I don't think he saw it. Will Hyper get away with this? How can he get away with this? Okay, he does see it set up now, but he's probably not watching this area. He probably just A-move to kill the Harvester. Going for the refinery. I don't know about this, because with these mined out, you know, and him having at least one other refinery over here, killing one refinery on these mined out trees is not going to do a whole lot. And Hyper's going to clean that up pretty easily. I kind of wish he went for this MCB. Like, he really could have hurt Hyper there. Tanya's about to pop here. Preparing a GI drop, I like that. He's expanded for his third. So both players taking their third expansion, setting up here. Both players with 6 harvesters as well. Okay, now Hyper knows where Tanya is on the map. Slasher tanks are so fast, I don't know if this IFE will be able to catch up to cover them. I don't think he'll be able to get a harvester kill, but he'll certainly be annoying. Okay, a little flank here. I think he needs to put some rockets or some rifles in front of these prism tanks and let them hammer that Tesla coil. Of course, I think he's already waited too long because Hyper's already moving into position. And he's got these MiGs ready, which are going to be quite effective against this force. GI drop down here. Taking a yak. Forcing a turret drop. Ooh, he almost got 2 harvesters there. That was actually quite nasty. Okay, and then again with the flanks. This is what 0iq is kind of known for. Picking off that ref, pushing the MCV back, that was actually a great split attack there. Huge economic damage from 0iq. This man is tenacious. Okay, I don't think this Lasher will be able to do much more here. 3 brutes for Hyper. Yeah. That's nasty. This GI drop, I don't understand this GI drop here. These should basically be used to kill harvesters or to harass an exposed building. I think using them pretty much any other way is a waste. Hyper 0iq cleaning up with these chrono tanks. I'd be curious to see. I've never seen 0iq use these chrono tanks before. I'd be curious to see what he does with them. I feel like he would be quite good with these units given his propensity for harassing economy. Okay. Let's just take a look real quick to see what the army values are here. So pretty neck and neck. I feel like Hyper has got a pretty good localized army here, and it looks like he is looking to push with it. So we're probably going to see 0iq consolidate all of his forces and try to counter Hyper here. Now 0iq does have Tanya, which is absolutely freaking huge. He just has to keep her alive. I don't really see much of anything here that threatens Tanya except for maybe these 2 Gatling BTRs. Well, he does have the yak. Let's see if he goes for the pick. Looks like he's trying to. Yep. Yep. feel like 0iq's advantage in this battle has just evaporated. His forces are way too spread out. Will he get rolled here is the question. Okay, pulling the prison tanks back, that's good. The infantry's stuck, it's not getting away. Is he going to play to his turrets? Looks like he's not producing another turret, so this is it for him. Pulling his flanking force back and now going back out. Now he sees Hyper's running away. I really feel like Hyper should have pressured that there. Of course, you know, CA is a game of hidden information. You don't always know what your opponent has. Oh, well, Tanya popped too, so that could be part of it. I didn't hear that. Tanya popped. He said, I don't have a yak nearby. Time to back up for now. Very aggressive posturing with this Conyard. A little Chaos Gas to ensure the retreat is successful. Okay. 0iq up on Harvesters, up on Economy after his very effective harass down here. I feel like Hyper has an opportunity here to kind of equalize it a bit with his superior force, but we'll see if he takes that opportunity there. Tanya in that IFE is going to be protected from that yak. But you still got to be careful, because Tanya in IFE is weak to many other things. Okay, the Tesla coil turret push here. He's going to completely deny 0iq from this expansion. I do see Hyper's building another turret, so if Hyper gets set up here, it's going to be very difficult to push off of this expansion. The trees are mined out. I think probably 0iq's best bet to just abandon that. Oh, and look at this beautiful flank attack getting this war factory down here. Masterful trade again. Masterful harassment again from 0iq. Forcing Hyper back too. Forcing his whole army back. Okay. 0iq opting to take his next expansion here instead of worrying about this. I feel like that's a good idea since these are mined out anyway. And it's going to be pretty hard to get Hyper off of this now that he's established himself with that Tesla coil there. Look at this great harassment, picking up another Harvester just by having those units sitting there. Oh, and the GI drop. Okay, now this right here is a proper GI drop. This is what I want to see. Beautiful. Another Harvester dead. Okay, Hyper's had enough. He's like, I'm going in. I'm going to do some damage. I've been hurt. I have to get some advantage back, so here I go. If the game continues the way it was, I mean, it's just going to slip out of his hands, so he's got to do something here. Okay, strafing run. Great support power. Very powerful. Missing just a little bit, but still taking a little bit of a chunk out there. Okay, and I think this Harvester might go down. It might go for that. Ooh. Lucky pathing on that. I think 0iq can defend this quite easily, especially with all these buildings being here. Hyper just whittling down these pillboxes up here with this Gatling BTR. I think the BTR actually loses this, though, so... That, another Harvester down. Okay. How many Harvesters does Hyper have left? Hyper has 2 Harvesters left, 3 Harvesters. And 2 of them are mining at this dead tree. So Hyper's in a lot of trouble here. I'm not sure what that Chrono Shift was. Maybe he doesn't know that his units are going to go back. So that Chrono Shift really didn't do anything. I'm surprised he lost that battle. Did I miss something? Okay, getting the Black Eagles. People, for some reason, tend to build these a lot, even when they're not facing an air army. And what are all of 0iq's Harvesters doing over here? He might have misclicked, or might have used a Q or a W selection and accidentally moved all of his Harvesters here. And Hyper rolling up on him again, and you can see he's producing another defense structure. It's probably going to be a testicle. He's probably going to push 0iq off of this. Hyper said, if I have no money, you can't have any money either. Hyper whittling away at his economy. You know, 0iq has plenty of harvesters, but he's having to mine from these depleted fields here. And he's being denied all of his expansions. Okay, there's Tanya getting some huge value, of course. The funny electric man does not care about commandos, though. One shot and she's gone. Okay, ooh, huge Harrier hit. Okay. So if you're in a low eco game like this, these air units are so valuable. Being able to project that power anywhere, that is going to be huge, I think. If he can keep this alive, he's probably going to kill all 3 of these. Massive. And again, another Guardian GI drop. Okay, I love seeing people use Guardian GIs the correct way. This is huge. Hyper's mining is terrible right now, and 0iq's is as well. And Hyper just going to come over here, split his attention a little more. Ooh, another Harvester is probably going to go down here. I don't think Hyper can save this, especially we have 2 Tiger Guards here. Surprise Tesla Coil, okay. Okay, but he's going to lose those Harvesters unless he runs them away. He has Harvesters to spare, but still. Hyper low power. Okay, some pair bombs to try and finish off this tech center. Let's see if it worked. It's not quite centered. I don't know if it will. Beautiful. Great follow-up. Got the tanks and the tech center. That Harrier being an absolute menace right now. And we have a Peacemaker. Not a lot of building damage. I think he's going to find out pretty quick. But he could probably whittle this down. It's undefended. I want to see this Harrier taking out some more infantry here. Beautiful. That Harrier's got a pip now. That's massive. That Harrier's getting so much value. Hyper's about to lose his tech here. Hyper's about to go back to tier 2. Maybe that'll fix his low power problem, though. We'll see. See if his power comes back online. What a brutal back and forth game this has been. Thankfully, before Hyper lost his tier 3, he did finish the Tesla Trooper upgrade. I think he keeps those permanently. This is a huge upgrade over the regular Shock Trooper. Not because of the damage. I think you actually lose DPS per cost, but the health increase is massive. Those units become much more survivable. Got these fast Thrashers picking off more Harvesters here. Hyper's going to have to kill a lot of Harvesters to make 0iq feel the pain, though. The Tesla Coil's still there, man. Don't do it. Okay. Might be losing another Harvester here. Okay, another great harass from 0iq. This man's splits are sick. Ooh, pushing the MCB off. Okay, he is going to get mutabombed. No, he ran away perfectly. Beautiful. Great dodge there. He's got to preserve this Harrier. I don't want to see this Harrier die. Thankfully, the MiG has no ammo. Beautiful kill. 2 pips on this Harrier. That is massive. And a Tanya out. Keep in mind, Hyper cannot build Boris because he still does not have his tier 3 back. I really would like to see this Peacemaker being used against armies rather than buildings. Okay, might. Nope, he is going to get away there again. Another high value building taken down by 0iq. Hyper's harass definitely taking its toll, though. Down to 3 harvesters. And he might pick another one up here. And this little army getting harried here. Where's Tanya at? Tanya can clean this up. She just has to stay away from the funny electric men, and she should be okay. I think he can burst down this BTR, so that would be no threat to her. Especially with the air support. I think he can easily clean this up with Tanya. Great bombing run there. Come on, Tanya, get in the fight! Get in the fight, Tanya, no! Oh, that BTR, the BTR! Oh, ho, ho, ho. No, don't go back in! Oh, wait, he did. He got the BTR. Oh, that is heartbreaking. That is heartbreaking. And Tanya's zapped. There goes the Peacemaker. I kind of hope he rebuilds a Harrier there and a Peacemaker. They had so much value for him there. Hyper not harvesting here. Maybe just a little mistake there. 0iq still camping this field. Look how much Tib is growing out on this. Hyper, I don't know if God can save you now. Might not be the time to pray. Stick to your guns, my friend. Let's see if he can extract this harvester here. He's opting to dump the money first. I do that a lot as well. Like, if it's going to die, at least I want to get the money out of it first. So, you know, 0iq with a bigger force here. Hyper less value, but I mean, this is deceptive how much health these 6 Tesla troopers bring to the table. And he doesn't have any really good dedicated anti-infantry here. See what Hyper's building here. Tanya's coming back out. Still no plan to go back to tier 3 yet from Hyper. 0iq on the partial tier 3 with the Allied HQ. Hyper getting a lot of good information with this Jack, tracking where that army is. Okay, some predictive. Okay, he's not falling for it. He's like, nah, not today. Ooh, losing that yak to those cryo rockets, though. That is unfortunate. No production whatsoever for 0iq right now. He just queued a Black Eagle, a tank, and a Tiger Guard. I really would like to see him get maybe another harvester or 2 here. It would also be quite effective if he built a anti-defense aircraft to deal with this Tesla coil. He does have full vision over here, which of course he may not realize that he has full vision. But if he deals with that Tesla coil, he opens these fields that have replenished quite a bit back up. And Hyper doing a little bit of harassment on the harvesters again. Let's see if he'll actually take this fight or if he's just kind of denying his income a little bit. Rifle there to scout. I think this army's quite good for Hyper in this situation. Oh, except for Tanya, IFV coming in. And let's see if this Mutabomb hits. If it does, it'll be huge. It might get a couple. It might get a couple on the side here. Alright, it did. It got 3. That could be big. But Tanya is nasty, man. She is nasty. He's got to hit her with the shocks. He did it. He pulled it off. And 0iq pushing Hyper off of this field. Losing his MCV to this one tank slowly but surely while Hyper is distracted. Okay, Hyper finally realizing and moving away. Again, 0iq really great. Got that MCB, that's beautiful. Really great at taxing his opponent's attention. You know, APM is a resource just like any other resource in this game. And 0iq is masterful at attacking your APM and splitting your attention. And his attention was apparently too split. Be surprised if this Black Eagle can do anything to this army here. We have Tanya again. Two Black Eagles now. Okay, he's lost his Gatling, so these Black Eagles, I mean, they don't do great anti-infantry damage, but they can definitely soften them up in a game like this that's gotten down to very tactical combat. Let's see what he's going to do with those. I'm curious if he's just going to scout. I think it would be a mistake to try and kill harvesters. Yeah, and he's going to go for it anyway. I suppose if the game lasts long enough and he keeps it up, well, maybe not so bad. I didn't know two Black Eagles could kill a harvester. That's actually not too bad. I thought he'd have to do an extra run to get that kill, but I'm okay with that. Okay, a little scouting yak here. Very weak to this force. Yeah, Black Eagle's just splatting it out of the air. This is a risky harvest right here. Very risky harvest. Okay, Tanya getting some good value there. Yeah, I think he is probably going to go for that Tesla coil now. Yeah, one run kill. Perfect. Hyper posturing here. Tanya's going to be quite good here, and so will the Black Eagles, though. And the entire time Hyper's here, these fields are denied. Okay, little MiG here for support. Okay, those Black Eagles are no longer reloading. Alright, Tanya's in range to rip. I don't think he has anything to reach her. She is going to demolish Hyper here. Oh, and he picks her off with the MiG. 0iq taking full control of this patch here again. Again, I'd like to see him move 2 of these harvesters over to that patch. His economy will look much better if he does that. He is building another ref. Probably just going to drop it here just for an extra harvester, which is totally okay. Yeah, this little push here I think will get quashed pretty quickly before it does any damage. Tanya's coming back out, the gift that keeps on giving. I'd like to see 0iq, he's rebuilding his tech center, I'd like to see him rebuild his air pad. Air has been so effective in this game. The more tactical, the more, the smaller these battles are, the better air is. Now it's Hyper's turn. I don't think these are going to be as effective as Black Eagles, but these can still pop tanks. They can pop defenses for pushes. I don't know. They could probably kill this Commando IFV as well in one volley, or one load of ammo. I miss air. Yeah, I bet you do. This is going to be a fight. Might just be a little bit of posturing here. Will these MiGs find Tanya? That is brutal. That is brutal. So you could have unloaded her there. That is difficult to do though, because you have to wait for the vehicle to go into the cell, and there's a little bit of randomness to it. You have to be really quick, and you have to be a little bit lucky. check the economy here. I feel like 0iQ is made. Yeah, he's out earning a little bit. Economy's looking a little better right now. But truthfully, I think Hyper's army looks better here, and he's going for another, oh my god, into this gap. He's going to get it. He's going to get the 8. That is brutal. This is a brutal business, ladies and gentlemen. That was a brutal Mutabomb. This might be it for 0iQ. He did rebuild that airfield. He's going to lose his MCV, though. He's fully penetrated the base. 0iQ does not have anything to stop him. I don't think Tanya on her own's enough because she gets targeted by one of these Tesla Troopers. He can just march them forward. They have enough HP. They can take a couple hits, and one zap, and she's done. He's got to be very careful with her. That's his out here right now. He has to be very careful, very intelligent with Tanya. Not let her get shot at all. I think Hyper's just outstripping, outproducing him right now. Okay. Need really good Tanya micro here. He's going to be distance harvesting here. Oh, Tanya back up. This is going to be a kite game. No, and she got zapped. Those brutes doing some great tanking there. I think Hyper has enough to push through at this point. Let's just speed this up a little bit. Air superiority has been achieved again with the Black Eagle. I don't know if it's enough, though. No more Tanyas. Yeah, I think this is just going to be too hard to stop. Tesla Troopers are just going to do too much work here. They're going to tank too much. He doesn't have enough anti-infantry to stop them. Still has not lost a single Tesla Trooper here. 8 out of 8. I think that's going to be it. GG, great game.